If I could say one thing that is my biggest struggle in my professional career, it's exactly that. You hit it on the head.
I know all of us have been disappointed by leaders, or quite honestly, maybe I have disappointed my people from time to time. And when you don't acknowledge it, when you don't apologize, and when you don't act, when there's that misstep, you break that trust.
Yep.
And that to me is the piece where you have to be really diligent, really humble, put your ego aside to be in an organization, to create it to be a place that's super compelling, where people fired up to be there. What are the things where you've seen people just have those missteps where they broke the trust, and didn't, I don't know, weren't as authentic to stand up and raise their hand and say, you know what, I missed the mark here. I thought this was going to be done and didn't get done.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't mean to take this out of the business realm, but I think if you look at the current state of our government right here in the States, I would say that, party wise doesn't really matter. And the amount of accountability that exists in those governmental leaders, it has just eroded over time and over time and over time to the point where everyone is choosing a side now, which is a whole other story and a whole other topic. It's totally disheartening because no one trusts the people that we have elected to be able to help our entire society move forward together. Like how we move forward, the mechanisms, right? That's where different belief systems come in. But the general idea is that we have people that we have elected that we want to hold accountable, that we want to be trustworthy with us, that should treat us all with accountability, with transparency, are just not doing that, and that is overflowing all over the place.
Yeah, I think you're so right. Right. I mean, at the core of this is like this transparency, this ability to, I don't know, to be humble. And I think coming back to it, relinquishing control. I think most people have a really hard time, especially leaders earlier in their career, because they're supposed to have all the right answers and they've been rewarded because they've done great work. So they're used to doing the doing and not being able to say, I'm not sure, or I don't know. Because you've done this, or you're in the middle of doing this, you've done it 100 times before in other spaces in your career. How are you able to do that, relinquishing control? Because I think that's a scary thing for most people, like, oh shit, it's going to go wrong unless I'm involved in it.
Yeah, if I could say one thing that is my biggest struggle in my professional career, it's exactly that. You hit it on the head. Part of it is having people within the organization that you trust that'll say, hey Tom, you got to let go, right? And I think there's some explicit conversations that need to happen with those people, that you say, listen, if I'm stepping in other lanes, if I'm doing too much or trying to control the whole thing, I need you, not I want you, I need you to tell me to stop, right? I need you to pull me in a room, slap me upside the head, and I give you full permission to do this. I need you to tell me, get out of the way, right? Let go and do that again. So whether or not that's the co-captain, captain relationship, or just trusted individuals in the organization, the ability for someone to check you, because it's going to be hard for any leader, for any entrepreneur, for any C-level executive to let go.